Right. Today we're going to talk about writing equations of lines, in particular focus on parallel and perpendicular lines. So with this, I want to first review from algebra how to write an equation of a line. Back in Algebra 1, there's many ways to write an equation of a line. My personal choice, or my personal favorite, is when I write equations of lines using point-slope form. Why? Because point-slope form is just clean, it's easy to remember, and it gets you there. Your algebra teacher may not have taught it this way. It's how I teach my kids in one straightforward method. So we're going to review that piece of it. But if you know how to write an equation of a line, you can use whatever method you want. I just like point-slope form. What point-slope form is all you need is a point and a slope. You got point-slope form. So with that, if I have a point-slope form, first of all, tells us that y minus y1 equals slope x minus x1, where y1 and x1 are the ordered pair of the point, m being my slope. So with that, if you remember from algebra, if I have the ordered pair 3, 2, and my slope is 5, to write an equation of a line, all I need is the point and the slope. So then I can throw it in. He's x1, y1, and he's the slope. So y minus 2, slope, x minus negative 3 becomes x plus 3. That's point-slope form. So now to write the equation of a line, all I do is simplify this. So I distribute. Then what's nice is we don't have to worry about that standard form and that slope-intercept form. 90% of the time, slope-intercept forms will, which just means y equals mx plus b, which means blatantly solve for y. So I can add the 2 to both sides. So y equals 5x plus 17. So there is the equation of the line through the point negative 3, 2 with a slope of 5. So let's just do that one more time. Now he's kind of ugly, the slope 2/3, no big deal, we're super smart, we can handle it. So y plus 6 equals my slope, x minus 5. So now I'm going to distribute y plus 6, 2/3 times x. Remember 5's 5 over 1, so I just multiply my numerator, keep my denominator. So now I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. I don't like to deal with fractions. We could talk about eliminating it. I don't want to go there right now. If you have a question on how to eliminate this to make it all happen because you don't like fractions, message me and we'll go through that. So I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. Now, because I have a handy-dandy calculator, I can do that quickly on my calculator. Or, I'm super smart, I know that's just 18/3 makes 6. He's negative because it's subtraction, so that's negative 28/3. And I can leave it like this as my final answer and I'm done. So all I did was find a common denominator. The graphing calculators will easily take negative 10/3 minus 6 and give you 28/3 with the math enter button to make it back a fraction. All right, one other quick before we talk about equations of lines for parallel and perpendicular. What if I'm given 2 points? How am I going to write the equation of the line? Well, I first have to find my slope because I don't have a slope. Remember, I can use point-slope form if I got a point and I got a slope. Here I don't have a point and a slope. So I can find my slope by subtracting my y's, subtracting my x's. So now I've got a slope. Doesn't matter which point you pick. I'm going to use the first one. I'm going to distribute. Bring the 1 to the other side. Bam, done. That was a quick algebra review. If you need more, let me know. Now, with that, how do I extend it to my parallel and perpendicular lines? Very easy. When you're doing it to parallel and perpendicular lines, the only difference from here is finding the parallel or perpendicular slope, and now moving on. So they'll give you a question like this saying, write an equation of a line that is parallel to y equals 2x plus 4 through point 1, 4. All right, so two things going on. First of all, this little piece of information here, all it's going to tell us is what our slope is. This right here becomes x1, y1 of our new equation. So here, my slope is right here because it's in slope-intercept form. So my slope, sorry, my pen is getting crazy, slope is 2. So I want to know a parallel line. So my parallel slope, as we learned in the section before, is the same as the slope I have. So therefore my parallel slope is 2. He's the one we use in the equation. The new point I use in the equation. So y minus 4 equals my parallel slope, x minus 1. Now I just distribute and bring the 4 over. That is the equation of the line that is parallel to the other line through point 1, 4. Not crazy. Just takes what you know from algebra, expands it a tiny bit. Let's look at another one. I'm going to write the equation of the line that is perpendicular to my equation y equals 3x minus 1 through point 4, negative 1. All right, so again, this equation here just tells me my slope. My slope of that equation is 3. I need the perpendicular slope. So my perpendicular slope says I'm taking the opposite and the reciprocal. So it's negative 1/3. New point to use for point slope form. So y minus negative 1 is y plus 1. My slope, or my perpendicular slope, x minus 4. Distribute. Remember, he's over 1, so he just makes 12. Oops, not 12. Liar. 4/3. Bring the 1 over. Again, you can use your super good calculator. I just found a quick common denominator. This is the equation line that is perpendicular to the other point. I know I did that quickly, but the other video goes through more depth. I got point slope form, so I focus on that. So I'll do one more with point slope form, and then you can message me if you have any other questions. So because we don't tend to like the perpendicular, I'm going to do perpendicular to, let's do a fraction this time, negative 2/3 x minus 5 through my point negative 1, 4. All right, so this right here tells me my slope. So my slope is negative 2/3. So my perpendicular slope is the opposite, so it makes it positive, and I flip. He's the slope I'm going to use in my equation in point slope form. Here's my point. So y minus 4, 3/2, x plus 1, because it's minus negative 1. Distribute. Bring the 4 over. Again, use your handy dandy calculator, or 4 is what? 8/2. So 8, 9, 10, 11/2. Done and perfect. Hope this short video helped you and you were able to get it. Help, gave it a little more, made it easier for you. Thank you.